just going to run Fusion Crafty, and a lot of you have been asking for a tutorial on how I made that firework display. We'll say it's one of my most successful videos, and I'm really proud of that. So, I'll make a tutorial as you requested. Ready to hear some stuff. So, a main question was, how did I get these lasers? You can see them running around, you can see them all sorts of stuff. Basically, all I did is, it's a squid and a guardian. If I go in game mode 3, you can see them invisible. So you can see, all I made them is I just made the guardians and the squid invisible, and the squid, I made them, gave them max health so they won't die because they're out of water, and so squids would normally die out of water. These villagers are really annoying. Let me just, there you go. Okay, so basically, and the squids are immobilized so they can't move whatsoever, and then I have the guardians run around. So as you see, I've got the squids all around the place, and then the guardians move around, and then they target the squids, which is the laser beam, and those were the lasers. So that was one of the main questions that everyone was having, but may as well show you the rest. So, the code for it. I do have the code. I will leave the link in the description below. It's like the villagers, they don't move. You can interact with them and also, but they also can't move. You got the squid and the guardians spawn eggs, and then the command block for summoning in the eggs to summon them and spawn them in. Well, yeah. And then the villager. I'll leave the codes in the description below, so you can put them into your game. Also, do take note. This is Minecraft's 1.12.2. So 1.13 it will not work. Just with the code, the commands. That's about it. If you can update the commands for 1.13, it will work in 1.13. But I just left it in 1.12. It was easier for me because I know, because since 1.13 there was a lot of adjustments with the command blocks. These are also custom heads. That's how I got the Coke and the popcorn. I'll make another tutorial later on how I did that. So again, these guys aren't moving. I'll also give a tutorial on how I got these. These are actually just maps. Just rotate on item frames. I also do have a texture pack that I do like to use, which is invisible item frames, which is really good. Let's give it a moment. Is it so for anyone else? I don't know. Every time I put on the texture pack and take one off, it takes forever to load. There you go. So you can't even see the texture, the item frame at all. Another thing was the curtains and how they opened up automatically. I just stand here. It should. There we go. I was just really happy with that. And then you had your DJ, and then you had your beacons with the iron blocks, and then glass panes, not panes, but glass blocks change the color. Basically, that worked by a command block. Again, I'll link all this in the description below. It basically just tests for the player. This is saying the block. I can't really, I'll have to show that later. That's just making sure that there is no block where the command blocks are, which I'll show in a second. This is probably getting really confusing. This one's testing for the player. We'll start here. This tests for the player in the radius of 3. Tests for the nearest player. And then when there's an output, which you can see if I go down, it sets block, redstone, an area which I'll show you momentarily, with the redstone block, and then it gets rid of it. So you can, there you go, it restarts every time. There's also, which button, which was this one, this button closes it. I was having maybe, I think I was having problems with this one. One button was for the firework show, the other one was, there you go. So that was for the fireworks, that closes it. And we just put this back up. There we go. Come back over here. This was all the redstone, so when you did hit that button on that side, just huge redstone track all the way around here. Came across all up here, and then I had a redstone torch just to turn it off. because then when it's on, I just extends, and then I can't remember what happened. Now I have to set it back up, and that's how it works. So these were just random. It doesn't always turn on the but as you see, it does change. I'm hoping in the next like firework display thing I do to make the system more sophisticated. As you can see, there is a pattern after you watch it for a while. There we go. And the fireworks, it's all just a random bunch. That's all random stuff. Okay. So the command blocks for the curtains are under here. There we go. So one closes it. So when the redstone block gets placed, goes through the circuit, turns on the command blocks, goes up in the spiral. So it just sets a redstone block to this. You see, and then it erases all of it. So watch it again. So each command block places the redstone block next to the structure block. And each structure block is linked to a curtain. And we just get rid of that. So I can't really link these in the description because it's all coordinates, and so that will vary from person to person. And this opens it. Pretty sure, or maybe I'm doing the wrong one. Oh, hang on, wrong one. There we go. Okay, and this opens it by going up. So going up opens it, going down closes it. Right, I'll show you the actual curtains and the structure blocks and how they work. If you're not too sure how structure blocks work, you can find plenty of tutorials online. If you're just not sure, I can also make one. The stuff under the white wall, that's a surprise for the next display. I'm hoping to make it a little bit more cool and sophisticated. Anyway, so each structure block back in that room that we just were in, the little cave, is linked up to one of these. So closed, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You get the idea. So basically, it links up to one of these, and it puts this curtain in its place. If that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. If you understand structure blocks, you should be able to follow along what I mean. But basically, that's how I got the curtains to do what they needed to do and open and close them. But yeah, I hope that clarified everything for you guys. There was a lot of requests on how I did do this. So yeah, if there are any other questions or if I didn't clarify something, please let me know and I will clarify it for you so you understand how to do it yourself. Anyway, it's been Fusion Craft. Thank you for watching. Hey guys, thanks for sticking around to the end of the video. Really appreciate it. But I don't know if you could tell the difference, but I actually recorded my voice differently in this video. Normally I record it on a separate program, but this time I recorded it with the program that I record the screen with. So let's see if there's too much of a difference.